I never imagined that the woman I loved the most would be the one to destroy me. Emma was everything a man could dream of, beautiful, intelligent, and charming. When I married her, I believed I was the luckiest man alive. But love has a way of blinding us to the truth, and I was too foolish to see the storm brewing right in front of me. Our marriage started like a fairy tale. She was the perfect wife, always smiling, always supportive, always saying the right things.
My friends envied me, my parents adored her, and my business flourished with her by my side. But things started to change a year after our wedding. At first, it was subtle. She became distant, her smile less warm, her laughter forced. Then came the lies, small at first, insignificant, but lies nonetheless. She would tell me she was visiting a friend when I later found out she was somewhere else. Her phone was always locked, her messages hidden. I convinced myself I was overthinking, that she was just stressed. But then, money started disappearing from our accounts. Thousands at first, then tens of thousands. Whenever I asked her about it, she would laugh it off, claiming it was for a surprise or an investment. I wanted to believe her, so I did. One evening, I received an anonymous email with a single line: "Your wife is not who you think she is." Attached to it was a photo of Emma, dressed in a red gown, sitting in a dimly lit bar with a man I had never seen before. My heart pounded. I confronted her that night, and she denied everything. "Someone is trying to ruin our marriage," she whispered, her eyes glistening with unshed tears. "Please, trust me." And like a fool, I did. But trust has limits, and mine shattered when I returned home early one night. The lights were dimmed, soft music played in the background, and there she was, Emma, wrapped in another man's arms. The man turned around, and my blood ran cold. It was Daniel, my business partner, my best friend. For a moment, no one spoke. Emma's face paled, and Daniel took a step back. "It's not what it looks like," she stammered, but I had seen enough. Rage, betrayal, and heartbreak crashed over me like a tidal wave. "You used me," I said, my voice barely above a whisper. Everything was a lie. Tears streamed down her face, but I saw no remorse in her eyes, only fear. "You don't understand," she said, her voice trembling. "I had no choice." "There's always a choice," I spat back, turning to leave. But before I could take another step, I heard something that made my blood freeze. The unmistakable sound of a gun being cocked. I turned around slowly. Emma was holding a gun, her hands shaking. "You weren't supposed to find out," she said, her voice eerily calm. "But now that you have, I can't let you go."
I had never seen this side of her before. The woman I married was gone. In her place stood a stranger. "Emma, put the gun down," I said carefully, my mind racing for a way out. Daniel looked just as terrified as I felt. "Emma, we can fix this," he pleaded. She let out a bitter laugh. "Fix this? You betrayed him. I betrayed him. And now, there's no going back." The room fell silent. Then suddenly, the front door burst open, and the police stormed in. I hadn't called them. Someone else had. Emma dropped the gun, her body shaking as officers surrounded her. Daniel was arrested too. Turns out, they had been siphoning money from my company for months, planning to disappear once they had enough. But someone had tipped off the authorities. As Emma was led away in handcuffs, she turned to me one last time. "I loved you, you know," she whispered. I didn't respond. Love? Whatever she felt for me wasn't love. It was greed, manipulation, and deception. Standing there, watching the woman I once adored being taken away, I realized something. Sometimes, the person you trust the most is the one who destroys you. But no matter how deep the betrayal, the truth always finds a way to come out.